All right, abusia, Dennis Miracles Aboakye na babetwa allegedly omo echira oye asodin papa. Na se onim no sanso ekohye yoko fo nsaso biemu a abusia ebeye den e de ama no. E de enti no mo ka se Dennis Miracles Aboakye asodin. Mo se oye asodin papa. Abusia we de ma meka se pese yeko na yiti enkomo ne mu yie yes yenti. Na ye nche ya agema sisi ha e do so ebe media giche be se wa se obe subscribe e de ameba notification bell so for more podcast update ye che ho no yenko na yenti enko abetodwa efa Dennis Miracles Aboakye ho ebe sisi
so abusia Miracles Aboakye yeguso e de ne ho update e brem the aftermath of ne arrest no yeguso e drop e de ma na Miracles Aboakye abusia oyaye asodin bia so a hye ye na Osans ko she yoko ho na so be hye papa ye ka so obi aso be hye say after see release no opie ba abonten obekasa bebre o say yoko omo investigate no eye ne 55 million Ghana cedis na eche say allegedly yes we loot no na osanso kire say enye sa arrest we na ebema na kana no atum abusuan ene yokofo esanso invite Miracles Aboakye senka omra na investigations no omonto aso Miracles Aboakye abusuan pabam wanko invite na invite no abusuan Miracles Aboakye anko enti wanko yi pa yokofo eba be so ma then na obeye enti we ena Black Rasta kasa no chese Miracles Aboakye yokofo atom nsa friend Miracles Aboakye ntumi akwanko pie mu na de waye no ebeta nso akole for ne arrest de Miracles Aboakye aye no enka ye arrest wa oba bonte a obeje fresh air no enka wasa nso akwa to investigation so abafie ni ade because ye de bail condition 50 million Ghana cedis and to so ye de to so no watumi meet bail condition into right now obekọ na waba Miracles Aboakye say onko wanko na ye say oba bonte a obedwa nanu ma okasa yoko ho ne de obi na otumi de ne zaka no abusua yes behwe esu na Miracles Aboakye esu yemko te Black Rasta ne sam missioner or the etudwa ne.
My brother, my sister, decentralization. This is the guy we're talking about. And for 2 years, 55 million Ghana cedis got missing. Iyoko went into his lifestyle and realized that there are a number of houses that belong to him, allegedly. And it looks like there's even a mansion at Latte, sitting right there in the valley. In fact, enjoying some cool breeze that has this man here as the owner. He's called Dennis Miracles Aboakye. Everybody knows him in Ghana as a communications person. Now he wants to stand and compete and contest for the National Communications Director of his party, the NPP. He's a vociferous character, and most of the time, he makes a lot of sense. But again, beyond the sense that he allegedly makes on TV and on radio, he's a character that not many of us have access to. Now, after investigating initially and realizing that this man here was a person of interest, Iyoko decided to go deep into that. Now, Iyoko is Economic and Organized Crime Office. This one here, and is headed by that blue suit wearing dude. His name is Raymond Archer, Capo di Tutti Capi, aka Capore. My brother, my sister, he stand the honest next over and over, and many Ghanaians are applauding the work that Iyoko is doing. It used to be called the Serious Fraud Office. This is the guy. He invited Miracles Aboakye over to the offices of Iyoko right here in Accra and spoke to him, asked him a few questions, and when Iyoko was convinced that this man might certainly be on the wrong side of our justice system, decided that no, it is time to hold this man down and take him straight and decided to put a stop order on this man. He couldn't fly out of the country, but he had left the country before the stop order went into action. And upon his return, he was nabbed by the national security and the immigration and sent straight to the offices of Iyoko. Over there at Iyoko, he arrived, my brother, my sister, over the weekend, and he had to remain in there until the week opened. And some people went all the way to the offices of Iyoko demonstrating. It is now common knowledge that a lot of them were drug addicts who were brought there, and they were fed with apetashi so they could get drunk and misbehave. Some of them were high on things that the same politicians are campaigning against: red, codeine, and all those dangerous drugs. My brother, my sister, we allegedly saw a member of the NPP open his car boot and it was full of apetashi. In fact, locally brewed gin. And some of these guys came on the street and they granted interviews to newsmen. And what did they say? They were promised 150 Ghana cedis, and some of their motorbikes were even fueled, so they would come out there and solidarize with Miracles Dennis Aboakye. Whilst he was in there, he was busily begging Iyoko, almost accepting his guilt, that he has fallen foul to the law, and he was looking for a way investigators would deal with him mildly. But upon his release on bail, my brother, my sister, 50 million Ghana cedi bail, he gained his voice back, and he went on radio, went on TV, made a lot of noise in foolhardiness, saying that no, Iyoko intended to actually intimidate him. It was a political witch hunt. Yet whilst he was in the offices of Iyoko, information reaching me has said that he was like a chicken. My brother, my sister, he pleaded for mercy. He was very humble. In fact, he went wherever Iyoko wanted him to go, to all the houses that Iyoko wanted him to go to. He went and he told them what Iyoko wanted to hear. Iyoko found a lot. Iyoko, again, is economic and organized crime office. Dennis Miracles Aboakye, upon his release, gained his voice again and went on a talking spree. Today, my brother, my sister, Dennis Miracles Aboakye was supposed to report at the Iyoko office for more questioning, but he couldn't make it. Did he refuse to go? He called Iyoko and told Iyoko, you know what? I will come. Up to 12 o'clock midday, I will be there. Midday came and went away. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Oh, I am coming. I will come. I swear I will come. 5, we are closing. Oh, so you didn't make it. Miracles Aboakye seems to have dodged Iyoko. And the reason could be very simple. After going in there to beg and to plead, all of a sudden he got his voice and went out there raving and ranting. Now he's going back to the same people he was begging. How would they see him? Would they see him like a braggart, a coward? What exactly are they going to see him as? Was he scared that, in fact, the countenance of the Iyoko investigators would change after he had gone out there to make a lot of noise as if he was a macho man? He didn't go. But the news is very simple. If tomorrow he does not appear in the offices of Iyoko, he will be rearrested. Pure and simple. Or is he looking for a way to sneak out into some hidden spaces? He says the government machinery called Iyoko is being used to intimidate him. Yet, when he was in there, my brother, my sister, and realizing that his own accountant had virtually pleaded guilty and started even paying back some of the looted money. And people around this same Miracles Aboakye, who are, in fact, parties to some of the activities that led to the 55 million Ghana cedis getting swallowed up by the whale, like Jonah, also started speaking to Iyoko. A lot of people of interest around Dennis Miracles Aboakye have spoken to investigators already, and is pointing to one direction, that Miracles Aboakye probably has no escape route anymore. All he has to do is to do the needful. After the begging and the pleading, what is next? Is it time to ask for a plea deal? Are they going to give him a plea deal? Is he ready to accept his fate? 55 million. So far, 4 houses have been counted, allegedly in his name. 3 of them right there inside Adringono, just behind J.J. Rawlins's house. 1 of them inside Latte, and some others that we can't mention right now. Dennis Miracles Aboakye, in 2 years, he was able to pick up 55 million. I have the details. We can show you the route, how the money came out of the so-called interministerial coordinating whatever. How it meandered its way out of that outfit and went through where, through what, through who, and got to him. 55 million Ghana cedis. Hard-earned taxpayers' money. Money that could have been used to push the progress of this nation. Schools under trees. Boreholes could have been built. Drainage systems could have been built. My brother, my sister, more beds could have been bought for our hospitals. But no, everything allegedly went into the pockets of one young man. Not even properly 40 years yet. Dennis Miracles Aboakye. His accountant has already told investigators that out of the money, this was what he got. And he has even started paying that. People employed by Dennis Miracles Aboakye have also started speaking. People of interest around him have all come out to say what they know about the issue. And it looks like Dennis Miracles Aboakye is in a hot soup. I am excited that Ghana now can stand on its 2 feet and point to a certain blue suit wearing dude by name Capo di Tutti Capi, one Raymond Archer, and his Iyoko outfit. And of course, also point at the Attorney General and Minister for Justice, the cigar-chomping, Zuarungu dog-eating dude. His name is Dominic Akuritinga Ayene. He is a Stanford lawyer par excellence. And this guy here will not take no for an answer. All he's looking for is justice and nothing more. After the justice and after the work is done, he could retire quietly and go back to Zuarungu and ask for a hot dog soup. This is Dr. Dominic Akuritinga Ayene, the Stanford lawyer. This is the Attorney General and Minister for Justice in Ghana. And he's deputized by the Dr. Justice Shremsai. These people have come together to make alleged criminals very, 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 very hot. They have nowhere to run to. My brother, my sister, like the boxer Joe Louis said, in the boxing ring, you can hop, you can jump, you can cry, but there is one thing you cannot do. You cannot hide. It looks like these are the Joe Louises of our time. And I'm glad that justice is finally getting illuminated. Dennis Miracles Aboakye, this trial will be very, very short. No. Professor Frimpong Boateng is a liar, not honorable. Angry Captain Koda storms our offices. This was the reason we started late today. My brother, my sister, somewhere in the afternoon, I had the intel that a big government official was going to call me. And I asked if it was in good faith. So, oh, yeah. It's in good faith. He will call you. But I waited and waited. There was no call, so I got busy. Then, when I got a little free, I went through my phone and realized that, in fact, this former government official had called me over and over and had even been so courteous to send me a message and say, oh, this is me. I want to speak with you. His name is Captain Koda. Captain retired. Kojo Koda. Full name, Edmond Kojo Koda. How many of us know him? Have you seen him before? Captain retired. Edmond Kojo Koda. He's an honorable man. Have you heard of him before? In fact, he was in charge of the security at the Jubilee House in the days of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. This is the man we're talking about. Captain retired. Does his name ring a bell? Does his name ring a bell? I have never met him. So, I decided that no, Captain Koda is calling me. Captain Koda says he wants to talk to me. Let me give him the respect and call him. And I placed a call to him. But to those who don't know Captain Koda, can I run a dossier? Come here. Run the dossier and watch this. Kaidodo Shegedamboroba. Watch this. Captain retired Edmond Kojo Koda is a retired officer of the Ghana Armed Forces and a prominent political security figure, best known as the former head of presidential security with President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. He's a Ghanaian. And he's a retired military captain and a private security expert. He was the head of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo's personal security detail at the pre-presidency and during his administration. This is Captain Koda. Hey, but we all remember him for the 1979 uprising. As a young sub-30 officer, Captain Koda was actively involved in the June 4, 1979 uprising, which led by Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings. He served as a member of the Pre-Trial Investigation Team, PIT. Yes. Following internal military friction under the Liman government, he was imprisoned at Usherford Prison. He and several colleagues eventually broke out of jail and escaped to the United Kingdom, where he sought political asylum in the days of J.J. Rawlings. Do we all remember J.J. Rawlings? Or some of the new boys and girls coming up do not remember Jerry John Rawlings? That's him. They said in the days when they told Hilary Liman that he was coming to overthrow him, he said, Jato. Jato nyefi. Jato. Oh, Jato. Jato yami noa. Oh, nyafi. Oh, nyafi. He trusted and believed Rawlings before he realized 31st December, bam, Hilary Liman was kicked out of power, a democratically elected government, and Rawlings took over because he had become hungry for power. removed a democratically elected leader. My brother, my sister, in a coup. Many of his supporters around that time, like Boachi Jan, got angry with him because, in fact, this was a treasonable offense, punishable by death if he had been caught. But Liman was kicked out. The rest of the story is in limbo. So he was looking for Koda, and Koda made it to the United Kingdom, where he stayed. Continue with the news here. This is the man we're talking about, Captain Koda. Hey, now, decades later, on June 1, 2004, Captain Koda testified before Ghana's National Reconciliation Commission, NRC. He described the June 4 event as a mutiny rather than a traditional coup, and publicly apologized for how the actions affected the civilian population. Following his return to Ghana, Captain Koda became the highly trusted chief of security for the NPP flag bearer, Nana Akufo-Addo. In March 2016, Koda was arrested and detained by the Bureau of National Investigation, now called, in fact, then called Bureau of National Investigation. It used to be called BNI, then it became NIB, and now back to BNI. That's Ghana for you. From Flagstaff House to Jubilee House, back to Flagstaff House, back to Jubilee House, as if that is what is going to clean the gutters. As if that is what is going to employ the youth on the street. He was accused of facilitating the entry of 3 retired South African police officers. To where, my brother, my sister, provide unauthorized military-style training to the NPP's internal security detail. The event caused a major political standoff before he was released on health grounds. After the NPP won the December 2016 elections, Captain Koda was officially appointed to head the president's personal security apparatus, protecting Akufo-Addo throughout his executive tenure of 8 solid years. This was the security capo of Nana Addo. Hey, Captain retired Edmond Kojo Koda. So, boom, I called back and he was angry. Why was he angry? Captain Koda was so angry. He had been running around looking for our phone number to reach us. And the speed with which he stormed and fumed. My brother, my sister, he meant business. He was mad and angry. I'd never met him, never spoken with him. But we know, my brother, my sister, who he is now. So why did he storm our offices? Via phone. Yesterday we had a story that said there was galamsey in Chebi. Do you remember? And that galamsey in Chebi thing was what touched him. Because he was with the president. He went with the president several times to Chebi. And remember...
So, abuzuya, black rasta, and I telling Casa, or this are and some no, tuja F. Ediamaya, and ye asam Kitua Crantino, Miracles Aboakye. Fra, ye friend, yes, or Coco Pimo Yukuno, or no, the say, or no, Ajima, Aboakye, na sword thing, only Yoku for you. Abuzuya, everyone was somewhat Japan, Coco Tiza, and some way, Edema, aha, gossip politics TV so.